So yeah, it's how you use a shovel. You start digging. Next thing you know, 1/3 of your garden's ready. All we gotta do is hit it in the spring with a rake and a little hoe and break up the sod and soil and get some more roots and stuff out of there. Pulled all these out. These things are super invasive and they get caught up in tillers and they're hard to get around in the garden. So for me, the best way is just to get the shovel out and dig them. They're pretty deep in the ground too. Most tillers don't get deep enough to get there. They're usually 8 inches, 10 if you got a big one, unless you got a tractor. You can't afford no tractor out here. There's a bunch of other stuff. There used to be an old drain tile running through there. Obviously it's not being used no more, so dug it out. I'm gonna put these leaves over for the winter time as some ground cover. And like I said, we'll till it back up, get it ready. We might plant something for the winter, some kale or lettuce. Some of that stuff grows around here for a little while. I got the crew out here helping me. So what's up, Mo? What do you think, bud? And there's Sue. Mo and Sue are just buds. They kind of look like each other, so I think they're fam. So now we're gonna go over here and go work on the fire pile for a little bit. About to start working over here. Spent this morning chopping some of these bigger logs in half with the chainsaw. I'll show you why we do that here in a little while. But got a lot of wood to chop, split up. I really like the way these grains look. I almost want to just like cut a plate of this wood just to keep and make like a little table or something. I really like this one, but it's got some problems. You can see it had some bug infestations causing all these little black lines. I think they call that spalted and when it's finished, but this is oak. I don't know if they're spalted oak. I know they're spalted maple, but I don't really know. I just think it looks cool. Here comes Mo. I changed out my chopping block this morning as well. This is the one I was using. I'll probably split it first. I got this big boy here now. It's closer to level. It ain't perfect, but it's a lot more level. And so yeah, I'm gonna cut a couple more things in half with the chainsaw. Clean up all them little round branches that I won't really be able to split. If you watched the last video, that's how much wood we've used since then. It hasn't been cold, but the nighttime is cold, and we like to keep the wood stove going and throw 3 or 4 logs in there in the middle of the night and just kind of stay warm when you wake up. Otherwise, it gets pretty cold in the cabin. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work. Sorry, can you get the explanation? Alright, so got some wood split up, cut up, ready to do some work. Been working. I'm going to show you why I like having different sizes of wood for the wood stove. And so I was kind of showing you the length of the wood with my arm. From the wood we got stacked up here, we got different lengths. It's not really organized, but you can see that it's clearly different lengths. So I get one of these big ones here like this. It's pretty long. I get one of these little ones here like this. Take those in. Actually, I'll take two little ones. Most of that wood's gonna end up stacked up here. Keep it out of the rain until we build a little shelter for it. Come on, Sue, I'm in the house. My boots are gonna be so muddy. I can't take them off, they're not very easy. I just have to clean up later. Emily's gonna be so happy about that. So, here's our little wood stove. As you can see, we don't have it going right now. It's not very big. It's about 24 inches wide, I would say, maybe a little less. So I was showing you my arm because my arm across is pretty much the size of the wood stove. There actually is still some heat coming in there from last night. Some embers. But what we do, take these little ones. They're about the length of my forearm or less. As you can see here. Take those and put them in this way because I'm hitting the back right there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's only like, you know, maybe 14 to 18 inches deep. So we'll stack these in here like this, and we'll make a little log cabin. Okay, as we were saying, we put these two logs in here like this, and then we'll take the longer ones and we'll put them across this way. And of course we'll put kindling under there, cardboard, things to start it up, and usually it'll fire right up that way because it gets a lot of oxygen from the dampers being closed, because the airflow from the damper comes straight in like this on both sides. So it helps a lot. Hopefully that won't light up because it's pretty warm in here right now. We're back here making some steps on our little park trails in our backyard. This little part right here is steep and slippery in the rain. It doesn't look very steep in this video, but it is. We got Supervisor Sue on scene, making sure all the inspections are in check. Emily is doing her best. She's really making this a lot easier for me. What? You're making this a lot easier for me. I don't have to touch any of that stuff. So yeah, now I'm just going to put this in fast motion and find out what happens. Woo! That's when you're supposed to, woo! There you go, that's better. So this is what we came up with for a solution to our slippery steps. There's an owl out here again. It's about that time of day. I hear two of them. So yeah, it doesn't look real good, but it definitely makes it easier to go up this little thing. See what happens when the rain comes. Look at that. It's good stuff. Top. She's rolling to life now. That's that.